What went wrong with Solskjaer'S diamond against Southampton, and what did he do to change the game? The 5-minute podcast. For cheap, good quality football jerseys, go over to www.plteams.online where left the new season's jerseys available from just £20. A link will be left in the description below. So going into this game, Solskjaer lined up his side in a 4-4-2 diamond against Ralph Hasenhüttl's 4-2-2 shape. This meant that both sides were playing very narrow shapes, and this was reflected with the pattern of both sides' game in the first half. Before the analysis starts, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a like if you enjoy it, and follow me on my Instagram and Twitter accounts. United from the off were pressing aggressively, and we see here that they are using a diamond shape to press, which morphs into a narrow 4-3-3 at times when Bruno Fernandes pushes up alongside Greenwood and Rashford to lead the press. United's front two were focused on retaining narrower positions to cut off the passing lanes into Romeu and Ward-Prowse and force the ball out to the fullbacks. When the ball was shifted out to the Southampton fullbacks in their defensive third, it was the job of the wide central midfielder, Fred from the right and Van der Beek from the left, to push out quickly to close them down. When this would happen, United would move to more of a 4-1-3-2 shape temporarily, with Matic as a single pivot in the holding midfield role. I thought Solskjaer's press was very effective, as by having such a narrow system, United were able to close down Southampton's central midfielders very quickly when the ball went into them. The fact that Southampton in possession were also using a narrow shape, with Armstrong from the right moving in field and a fullback sitting relatively deep, played into United's hands. The diamond system also meant that when United were able to win the ball in the Southampton half, they had at least 4 players in advanced central positions, allowing for a quick vertical pass into Van der Beek, Fernandes or Rashford and getting United directly onto the Southampton back line. However, I thought that the diamond system didn't work as well when United were in possession. We saw the diamond shape become a 2-4-2-2, with Fred dropping in deep alongside Matic to create a double pivot, whilst Van der Beek retained a higher position alongside Fernandes, giving United a box shape in midfield. The problem was that United didn't have any advanced width, which firstly allowed Southampton to remain compact both vertically and horizontally in their 4-4-2 shape out of possession, and meant that when United central midfielders received the ball, all of their options were closed off, as the passing lanes into Van der Beek and Fernandes were well cut off by the Southampton midfield line, and apart from in the first 10 minutes, United didn't have their wide forwards making diagonal runs from out to in behind the Southampton back line. Despite United going into the break 2-0 down, I don't think the system was at fault defensively. Southampton's first goal came from a corner where Telles wasn't decisive enough at the front post, and United allowed Bednarak to bully his way to the near post and flick the ball on into the net. The second goal came from Ward-Prowse's free kick, which De Gea should have probably saved, but once again the system wasn't at fault defensively. Nevertheless, a tactical change did need to be made in order to allow United to progress the ball forward into Southampton's defensive third. We saw Oli switch to a 4-2-3-1 now, with Cavani now playing as a centre forward, Rashford, Fernandes and Van der Beek playing as a narrow, positionally versatile 3 in behind him, and Fred and Matic were now playing as an out-and-out double pivot. United seemed a lot more comfortable in this shape, and the attacking midfield 3 gave United a lot more width in the attack and enabled them to work the ball forward a lot more efficiently. The idea that Solskjaer had to exploit Southampton's 4-4-2 in the first half was correct, it was just the execution that was wrong. See, by using a deep double pivot in midfield, Southampton's midfield line would look to push up to press them aggressively and would thereby leave space in between their midfield and defensive lines for Fernandes and Van der Beek to receive the ball in. United now had 3 players ahead of the double pivot, Van der Beek, Rashford and Fernandes, and they all seemed to have a lot more freedom and understanding and were therefore able to roam from wide positions into the half spaces, making it a lot harder for Southampton's midfield to cut off the passing lanes into them. We saw the benefit of this freedom that Solskjaer gave to his attacking midfielders in the first goal. Cavani pulls out wide and receives a ball in a wide position. Fernandes and Van der Beek are making movements into the box, and we can see here that Fernandes has essentially taken up a centre forward position in the box. The ball into him from Cavani is perfect, and so is Fernandes' touch and resulting finish beyond McCarthy. Cavani and Fernandes were the standout players for Manchester United, and it was probably more of their individual performances that won United the game rather than the tactical setup of the side. Cavani's equaliser and then the winner both came from his world-class instinctive movement in the box. The first, he anticipates a shot across the 6-yard box and moves quicker than the defenders into that position, and his reflexes to direct the header on target are phenomenal. The winner is very similar as well. He reads where Rashford's cross is going before anyone else, and again has the ability to direct the header beyond McCarthy. So overall, this game showed that Solskjaer's 4-4-2 diamond is definitely set up more as a counter-attacking system, as when without the ball, United's press is still very effective, but it's when they have the ball and the opposition sit compact and narrow tomorrow where we start to see the faults in the system, which is why I think the 4-2-3-1 is still United's best shape, and this probably stems from the players' understanding being a lot more comfortable with a double pivot and 3 attacking midfielders in behind a centre forward, rather than in a diamond where the players' positioning and movements do need to be a lot more intricate and affords less positional freedom. So thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that video, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check out some of my other videos linked in the description below. Also give me your thoughts on this style of video with less editing, and whether you prefer it to my other videos. It means I can get a lot more videos out a lot quicker. So give me your thoughts in the comment section below.